Okay, so hello guys, it's day 28 and 29 both. For some my office work and due to some other act due to some other reasons I couldn't make any video yesterday. So yeah, it's day 28 and 29 both combined in this video. So now I have been study this chapter number 5, the rich invent money. So we have been in this so far, and we know that how that rich people makes their money. Okay, like invent their money. So there are so many things that rich people rich peoples will do, and so we also have to do in ourselves so that we can also invent money, not to make earn money. Okay, so we can continue with this now onwards. One afternoon, I was teaching how to invest in I Invest using a board game I had invented, Cash Flow. As a teaching tool, a friend had brought someone along to attend the class. This friend of a friend was recently divorced and had been badly burned in the divorce settlement and was now searching for some answers. Her friend thought the class might help. The game was designed to help people learn how money works. ठीक है? In playing the game, they learn about the interaction of the income statement with the balance sheet. They learn how cash flow between the two, and how the roads or to wealth is through striving to increase your monthly cash flow from the asset column to the point that it exceeds your monthly expenses. Once you accomplish this, you are able to get out of the rat race and out to the fast track. As I have said, some people hate the game and some love it, and others miss the point. This woman missed a valuable opportunity to learn something in the opening round. She drew a doodad card with the boat on it. At first, she was happy, oh, I have got a boat. Then, as her friend tried to explain how the number worked at her income statement and balance sheet, she got frustrated because she had never liked math. The rest of her table waited while her friend continued to explain the relationship between the income statement, balance sheet, and monthly cash flow. Income statement, balance sheet, and monthly cash flow. Suddenly, when she realized how the number worked, it dawned on it dawned on her that her boat was eating her alive. Later on in the game, she was also downsized and had a child. It was a horrible game for her. After the class, her friend came by and told me that she was upset. She had come to the class to learn about investing and did not like the idea that it took so long to play a silly game. A friend attempted to tell her to look within herself to see if the game reflected her in any way. With that suggestion, the woman demanded her money back. She said that the very idea that the game could be a reflection of her was ridiculous. Her money was promptly refunded and she left. Since 1984, I have had millions simply by doing what school system does not. In school, most teacher lectures and I hated lectures as a student. Oh, I also do that with you. I was soon bored and my mind would drift. In 1984, I began teaching via game simulations, and I still rely on those tools today. I always encourage adult students to look at games at reflecting back or to them what they know and what they need to learn. Most importantly, game reflects behavior. They are instant feedback system. Instead of teaching lecturing you, the game is giving you a personalized lecture. one that a custom made just for you. The friend of a woman who left later called to give me an update. She said her friend was fine and had calmed down. In her cooling off period, she could see some slight relationship between the game and her life. Game reflects behavior. They are instant feedback system. Although she and her husband did not own a board, they did own everything else imaginable. She was angry after their divorce, both because he had a run off with a younger woman and because after 20 years of marriage, they had accumulated little in a way of success, way of assets. There was virtually nothing for them to split. Their 20 years of married life had been incredibly fun. All they had accumulated was a ton of debts. She realized that her anger at doing the numbers of income statement and balance sheet came from her embarrassment about now not understanding them. She had believed that finances were the man's job. She maintained the house and did the entertaining, and he handled the finance. She was now quite certain that is the last 5 years of their marriage. He had hidden money from her. She was angry at herself for not being more aware of where the money was going, as well as for not knowing about the other woman. Just like a board game, the world is always providing us just instant feedback. We could learn a lot if it turned in more. One day not long ago, I complained to Kim that the cleaner must have shrunk my pants. Kim gently smiled and poked me in the stomach to inform me that the pants had not shrunk. Something else had expanded me. Yes. The cash flow game was designed to give every player personal feedback. Its purpose is to give you options if you draw the board card or it puts into your debt. The question is now, what can you do? How many different financial options can you come with up? That is the purpose of the game. I teach to teach players to think and create new and various financial options. Thousands of people throughout the world have played this game. The player got out of the rat race the quickest are the people who understand numbers and have creative financial minds. They recognize different financial options. Rich people are often creative and take calculated risk. People who take the long are the people who are not familiar with numbers and often not understand the power of investing. Play cash flow on the web at www.richdad.com. What did you learn about your true behavior from playing the game? Some cash flow accumulate a lot of money in the game, but they don't know what to do with. Even though they have money, everyone else seem to getting ahead of them. And that is it. True in real life. There are a lot of people who have lot of money and do not get ahead financially. Limiting your option is the same as hanging on to the old idea. I have a friend from high school who now work at three jobs. Year ago, he was the richest of all my classmates. When the local sugar plantation closed, the company is worked for went down with a plantation. In his mind, he had but one option. That was the old option: work hard. The problem was that he couldn't find an equivalent job that recognized his seniority from the old company. As a result, he is overqualified for the job he currently has, so his salary is lower. He now works three jobs to earn enough to survive. I have watched people playing cash flow complaints that the right opportunity cards are not coming their way. So they sit there. I know people who do that in real life. They wait for the right opportunity. Like me. नहीं यार ऐसे तो काम नहीं चलेगा करना पड़ेगा मेरे डिस्ट्रैक्शंस क्या क्या है पता है I have little bit distractions, not permanent distractions, but yeah, that's a part of a job, that's a part of a words, that not distraction. It's a kind of a distraction I have. I have watched people get the right opportunity card and then do not have enough money. They complain that they would have gotten out of the rat race if they had more money. So they sit there. I know people in real life who do that also. They see all the great deals, but they have no money. And they have no money. Hmm. And I have seen people pull a great opportunity card and read it aloud and have no idea that is a great opportunity. They have the money, the time is right. They have a card, but they can't see the opportunity staring them in the face. They fail to see how it fits into their financial plan for escaping the rat race. And I know more people like that than all others combined. Are all others combined? What's happening? Just give me a sec. Okay. So yeah, and have seen people pull a great opportunity because a year later they find are about it, and after everyone else got rich. Financial intelligence is simply having more options. Financial intelligence is simply having more options. Do you have more options? Ask yourself, do you have more options? I don't have any options now, but I am trying to creating more options to myself so that I don't have any one source of income. I have multiple source of income. So I create those options for me, and I really want to create for myself. What are you doing? I have a passion in like in bodybuilding, so I do that thing for my personal. I also in the sales department, like insurance selling agent. Like I have insurance selling agent, and I also make some little kind of videos in YouTube for YouTube. For I also have a habit to reading a books a daily basis so that I can just read the books in the front of camera and then upload it on a YouTube without any further editing, without any, just in one shot and then edit without any editing. I do that thing in regular basis for 2 years, 2 years, for, yeah, for 2 years. And then after that got I have like multiple source of income so that I can focus on that part continuously. So yes, financial intelligence is simply having more options. If the opportunities aren't coming your way, that else you can do what else can you do to improve your financial position? If an opportunity lands in your lap and you have no money and the bank won't talk to you, what else can you do to get the opportunity to work in your favor? If you hunch in a wrong and what you have been counting on doesn't happen, can you turn a lemon into a millions? That is financial intelligence. It is not so much what happens, but how many different financial solutions you can think of to turn a lemon into million. It is how creative you are solving in financial problems. ठीक है. Most people only know one solution: work hard, save and borrow. Work hard, save and borrow. पता है, sometimes I really feel that I'm not like the rest of the half of the world. I have something different in myself. The problem is that I have little bit distractions, so that I have control on that. I keep trying to over outwork those distractions on me, but it happens sometimes. But I mostly encourage, देखो एक सबसे अच्छी बात है ना कि डोंट टेक योर डोंट गिव योर टाइम कि डोंट गिव टाइम योर ब्रेन टू थिंक. ठीक है. The more your brain think a lot, it creates a lots of negative sides of what you don't have. So yeah, most people only know one solution: work hard, save and borrow. So why would you want to increase your financial intelligence? Because you want to be the kind of person who creates your own luck. You take whatever happens and make it better. Few people realize that luck is created just as money is. And if you want to be a luckier and create money instead of working hard, then your financial intelligence is important. If you are a kind of person who is waiting for the right things to happen, you might wait for a long time. It's like waiting for all traffic lights to be green for a 5 miles before you'll start your trip. As young boys, Mike and I were constantly told my rich dad that money is not real. Rich dad occasionally reminded us on how close we came to the secret of money on the first hand we got together and began making money out of plaster of Paris. The poor and middle class work for money, he would say. The rich make money. The more real you think money is, the harder you will work for it. If you can grasp the idea that money is not real, you will reach faster. What is it? Was a question Mike and I often came back with. What is money if it is not real? What what we agree it is. We was all rich dad would say the single most powerful asset we all have is in our mind. If it is trained well, it can create enormous wealth seemingly instantaneously. An untrained mind can also create extreme poverty that can rush a family into generation. ये बहुत important है, इसको मैंने टिक मार्क मार लिया है. The most powerful asset we all have is our mind. A trained mind can create enormous wealth instantaneously, and an untrained mind can create a poverty that can crush a family for generation. In the information age, money is increasing exponentially. A few individuals are getting ridiculously rich from nothing, with just idea and agreements. Ask money, if you ask many people who trade stock in our other investment for a living, see it is done all the time. Millions can be made instantaneously from nothing, and by nothing it means no money was exchanged. It is done via agreement. A hand, a single net trading pit, a blip of trader's screen in Lisbon, from a trader's screen Toronto and back to Lisbon. To call my broker to buy a moment or later to sell money did not change hands. Agreement did. The single most powerful asset we all have is our mind. So we all have our mind. So we use your mind very carefully to create wealth to ourselves. Till now, reading this book, the one thing is very clear to my mind that I am not able to work for money, but sometimes we all have to track our expenses कि हम लोग कब क्या कितना कहाँ खर्च कर रहे हैं. If you don't, you struggle a lot. So yeah, that's for it, guys. It's day 28 and 29 combined in this video, and I'll see you next video tomorrow. Okay, bye.